Now, I could stand here and tell you why I would be the most ideal candidate to represent the fine folks of House District 47. I could stand here and tell you why my almost 20 years of business experience would help me make wise decisions on behalf of the Florida business community. I could stand here and tell you why being a father of an 18-year-old daughter and the husband of one of the most amazing women on the planet qualifies me to speak intelligently on behalf of family matters, education, and values. I could stand here and tell you why my years of sitting on nonprofit boards like the Guys with Ties Philanthropy, the Florida Association of Veteran-Owned Businesses, the Better Business Bureau, and United Abolitionists uniquely qualify me to advocate on behalf of Florida nonprofits. I could stand here and tell you the particulars of why my years of experience as a commercial real estate broker qualifies me to solicit and negotiate the very best deals on behalf of not only those in HD 47, but for those and everyone who calls Central Florida home. But I'd rather just tell you a story about one of the reasons why I'm running for House District 47. It's about a man who was one of my role models growing up. The story is about my grandfather and how his work as a servant leader positively influenced my life and helped shape who I am today. Robert Sisson was a mountain of a man, both literally and figuratively. He was about my size and had the biggest heart for others. He also had the most gregarious laugh that you had ever heard. People genuinely loved being around him. He was wonderful to his family, to his friends, and to the small community that we grew up in the Midwest. As a teen, he watched his father become a deputy county marshal in the 1940s. And in the 50s, he then watched him serve as city mayor. My grandfather followed in his father's footsteps of civil service and became the fire chief of our small town, a position he held for many years. When someone needed something, he was always there for them. He was a man of his word, and he brimmed with integrity. He was someone you were proud to call family and a friend. In April 1994, a month before I turned 16 years old, the unexpected occurred. We lost him suddenly in a train vehicle collision. He died instantly, and his death was a total and complete shock to not only us and his family, but to everyone around the county. He was a beloved man, but I don't think I really understood how beloved he was and by so many others until the day of his funeral. As we took our seats up front, we noticed that the entire church, which holds about 500 to 600 people, was completely full. He had truly touched the lives of so many people, and as you would expect, there wasn't a dry eye in the room that day. Everyone had a touching story to tell afterwards about the man everyone simply knew as Chub. When I look over this crowd today, I can't help but think of him and the lasting relationships that he made and what he was able to do for others in his community in a very short amount of time. If this story tells us anything, it's that our time here on earth is short. We shouldn't waste even 1 second of it. My grandfather didn't, and I'm not wasting it either. Running for this Florida legislative seat to honor my family legacy and to honor the memory of my grandfather, who was one of the greatest servant leaders I've ever known, is one of the reasons for me really passes the litmus test of an honorable right reason to run, and I hope it does for you as well. And if he were here today, he would probably use one of his familiar phrases as words of advice in this race. He would say, do right by. Do right by future generations of Floridians. Work hard to leave a legacy for them and leave things better than the way that we found them. Do right by those who are less fortunate than us, those who have been marginalized by society. Let them know that there's still hope. Teach them how to fish, to learn new habits, which will ultimately break the chains of generational poverty and wealth disparity. Do right by generations that came before us. Learn from their successes and their failures. Honor their sacrifice and work to make sure that their golden years truly are golden for them. Do right by those who have worked hard who've earned their livelihoods fairly and made a financial success for themselves and their families. Help them to protect, preserve, and grow their wealth so that they can pass it on to future generations. Do right by those who do not look like us or may not even speak the same language, because they are struggling and surviving to obtain the American dream just like you and I. Do right by our environment. Make sure future generations can enjoy the same world we've all come to love and cherish. Do right by those who have served our country, and also do right by those who on a daily basis lay their lives on the line to protect and serve others. Make sure to take care of these men and women and their families. Do right by those who are entrepreneurs and dreamers and doers, who are bold enough to strike out and create something new, which grows our economy to staggering levels of achievement and success. Do right by our children. Help to create and maintain paths for them to achieve through world-class educational options, and give them every opportunity to succeed beyond their and our wildest dreams. Do right by those who consistently choose love over hate, bravery over fear, unity over division, faithfulness over faithlessness, and righteousness over foolishness. These are just some of the words of wisdom he would impart if he were here today. My name is Jeremy Sisson. I'm a master carpenter's son and the grandson of a mountain of a man. And with your help, we can take this legislative seat back for everyone who wants and needs an authentic servant leader fighting for them. Someone who'll do right by them and their families and their communities. God bless you all. God bless this great state of Florida. And God bless these United States of America.